is when a veteran says a brand new player is the best player on their team.
Yeah.
That's an eye-opener.
That, Toby, so well said, and you know, it's a great story. Not many people know this. Soto and Crash, former longtime teammates. I mean, they teamed together for, I think, a year, 2 years, way back in the day before anyone knew who Explosive was, who Soto was, who Solars was, and who Perspex, now known as Crash, was. That was the squad, the Glory squad back in the day. I remember when I came back to the game, came back to the scene after a short hiatus in college and back in 2011, Glory was winning every online tournament. I said, Glory who? I casted their match. I hadn't heard of any of them. And they were winning every online tournament. They were deemed online warriors. No one thought they would show up and turn up. And they didn't for a very long time. It wasn't until a few Hypestation events were Explosive finally came out. Solars never came out. Soto finally came out, but now you have Solars, you have Crash, aka Perspex, who have finally shown up, and they've been competing at the top level. But interesting thing about Crash, he hasn't competed in 3-4 years at the high level like that. So the fact that he's been able to come back and do what he's done is so impressive. It says a lot about his character.
Yeah, can't summarize it better myself, and it looks like we're going to be getting into the game in just a second. Let's go over these maps.
Yeah, of course. We're going to have Reclaimed, Foundation, and Dam. I believe that last time they played Harbor Foundation as the first two maps. So Reclaim's going to be a new one. We're going to see some interesting changes here in gameplay. Really excited for that one. And you know, before we jump in, I got to give a huge shout out to the Team Revenge organization. Pittsburgh managing this team so well, very hands-on. Nothing but respect for them. And then of course, this Bot Empire squad. A week and a half ago, they were orgless. They were like a team of renegades that were founded, and no one knew what they would do, how they would compete. And they've come out. Bot picked them up for this event. I mean, it's been a really great event, great pickup for Bot. I mean, look at this. They're now competing for top 4, having given Optic their biggest challenge here. So big shout out to the Bot Empire organization. Big shout out to Team Revenge. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Escalation on Reclaimed. Map number 1 here to kick off Championship Sunday. And I could not be more excited, Toby.
This is going to be intense, and I mentioned it myself, I referred to it, John. Shotgun battles are going to be crucial in defining the differences between these two teams, and what better way to kick it off on Reclaimed, where arguably this team fight for B is the most prolific team fight in terms of shotguns that we have, John. I'm not sure if you agree with that point, though.
Oh, without a doubt. Yep. It's a huge fight up there at B. It's kind of a cluster with shot grenades if they get added to the map. Smoke grenades, of course, who everyone spawns with. And, you know, Reclaimed was listed by Team Revenge in a pregame interview. I had a chance to talk to them as their best map. So I guarantee it was Revenge that picked this map as the higher seed. And here we go. Let's see if it pays off for them. Big fight about to go on for B-Hill. Speedy, the X factor for this team, full red. He's going to get shut down by Jerpy, the power weapon player for Team Revenge, and that's going to be 2 kills early for Team Revenge. They are starting hot.
Well played. It's a very good push. In fact, as they gain the first bit of map control, they're already capturing B. Guish just looking to rotate though with his teammate, trying to stretch around the map, and they are slowing it down. They're not pushing for that triple cap. Of course, the respawn timer, if you are just joining us, if you're new to Gears Esports, folks, the respawn timer is 10 seconds. It's the shortest amount of time. It does increase every round, and as a result, Team Revenge are taking it slow. They're showing the utmost respect for this offer.
Meanwhile, big fights going on up top. This is going to be a push by Bot Empire to try and regain control. Fragout playing a support role for his team. Kills are going to come in. Speedy's going to pick up a headshot, immediately grabs the meat shield, and just like that, Bot Empire with a huge takeover of the B-Hill.
One of the best.
But Toby, I want to talk a lot about the Excels Kraz matchup down low. Kraz is a player that really redefined the anchor role at the Invitational, the first player to really define that position, and there you have it. He wins the 1v against Excels. He keeps his team alive.
And he is still one of the most prolific anchors. He's one of these players you refer to, what makes a good anchor? What do they do? Everyone, well, at least me, I always refer people to Kraz. He's such a fantastic player in that position.
Yeah, without a doubt. For those of you guys that don't know what an anchor is in Gears War, it's a player that plays for the home hill. They're the one that sits back, usually a support player, usually a secondary weapon player, so Retro Lancer, Marksa, Hammerburst, etc. And they grab the home hill, and then they really are in a 1v1. It's you need to be patient. Patience is the most important quality there. Excels, however, is going to pick up a kill on Yogurt. Guish takes out Excels. Soto's going to continue to roll here, but he's going to get killed through a meat shield. Huge kill by Guish. And now, on board with Kraz, the anchor for Team Revenge. He's in a key 1v1 down low against Crash, the newcomer to the scene.
He needs to try and take him down, or at least stay alive as long as he can. It's essentially a 2v1, but the spawn does come in for the spawn. He tries to clear it up, but he's not going to be able to. There's a rush for the revives. Fragout is going to meet his teammate first. Yogurt, sadly, for Team Revenge, is not close enough to prevent that from occurring.
You know, Kraz, that is crucial there. It's going to give Bot Empire a good cushion here. Kraz getting that kill could have been the difference on continuing to put pressure on Bot Empire up top. Instead, he missed the kill, and that's one thing. I've always been a huge fan of Kraz, but a criticism I give him is his shotgun. I don't think he plays as fast. He's not as good as the Explosives of the world, the Speedies of the world, etc.
Meanwhile, Speedy bouncing around the cog domination. Just blink for a second, and this is an important battle. Look at the score. Cast your eyes to the top left. A and C, cog, that is all they need. In fact, they only need one hill, and so it is down to Giraffe and Co. The revives come in. John, they need to push across the map. I wouldn't go for frag out. I'd go for the hills, my friends. Triple cap has needed 10 seconds for this first round, and it looks like this is going to be a simple victory for Bot Empire.
No, wait. Toby, get in the hill right now. You need to get in the hill, Giraffe. No, he's not going to do it. Giraffe was literally 3 seconds away from breaking the hill and potentially earning himself a triple cap. Would have been tough to do, obviously, against 2 cog members, as you saw on your screen, to end off that round. So Bot Empire comes out strong. And Toby, you're right. The fact that Jerpy committed with Kraz to the 2v1, that could have been the difference in him getting there 3 seconds earlier, maybe causing some havoc. So perhaps Jerpy doesn't trust Kraz to win the 1v1, or perhaps it was just a mistake. But in that situation, you need to fly to break the hill. You're down 50 points.
Yep, can't agree more with that. We know how quick escalation changes, right? My heart skipped a beat in the end, thinking, oh no, one hill's changing. Now there's only one player who needs to break that hill, and it just escalates, right? It's what escalation is known for. It's where the name comes from. Situations at a click of a finger can change drastically.
Of course, you guys just saw on the mini-map, first weapon placed is a shock grenade. So every round, the losing team gets to place a weapon where they choose to place it. Shock grenade's gonna place here. Both teams have their hands on that now, and that's gonna make an effect, a huge effect. In fact, it brings an area of effect to the ground, downs you, but cannot execute you, cannot kill you. And here we go. It's going to be Speedy that opts to pick up the kill rather than going for the revive. And it's going to pay off for him. His teammate should be able to tap up on his own here, self-revive. He does. Now Speedy's down. And here we go. Frag Out needs to go big. Speedy's going to get it taken out. Frag Out takes out one, and Revenge is going to win the opening again. But we've seen this before.
Oh.
Nice
I thought Frag Out was going to get up then, John. No, he is dead.
No, he's
2
dead.
headshots to come in. Revenge finally get control of B.
Yeah.
See one player, that is Excels in the barn across the map. He is flying, John. He's trying to gain a little bit of map control, but of course he can't push up now.
Yeah.
Clearly, Team Revenge have the map control. They have the high advantage, they have the sight lines. Excels, all he can do here is sit pretty, try and put a little bit of damage in to help his team push up to B.
Yeah, and we've seen this before, Toby. Revenge winning the initial strategy, gaining control and setting up. It's about how you hold your setups here. On Reclaimed, it looks like it'd be easy. You're kind of fortified up there in the tower, but it's not as easy as it looks. Especially when you have a player like Crash that can push up. Excels wins the 1v against Jerpy. Gwish is going to shut it down. That's a huge kill by Gwish. Can he get the double kill? Kraz is going to rotate up and help out here, but again, it's going to be Bot Empire going for a triple cap because Excels did get a kill at the anchor spot.
I love this. Frag Out battling, the blinking of the cog domination is coming in. Look at Excels. He is now making an impact. He has done his job. That is his role. Sit back, play it safe, but still apply the pressure. Wait for your opportune moment to be proactive as an anchor, and he just done it there, making that triple cap a reality.
Yeah, you know, well called, Toby. That was off stream, so it's hard to appreciate what Excels just did. He says, who's the best anchor player in the game? As he takes out 2 1v1 separately to capture the away hill and secure a domination. What a domination is, if you capture all 3 rings in a round, you instant win that round. Of course, it's a best of 13 in rounds. The other way to win, capture 210 points.
And of course, something we did not refer to, John, is the shot grenades. That was the first weapon placed down by Team Revenge. They are now selecting the second one. And it looks like they might actually put the torp down. Weapon we don't see yet. It's gone down. What are your thoughts on that, John?
Yeah, that's a smart decision right there, Toby. They've been winning the initial fight 2 rounds in a row here. Maybe the reason they can't hold it, they don't have a power weapon up there for their use. Torque bow, I'm a little iffy about. I would have put something, honestly, a little bit more aggressive. Maybe a drop shot, not a boom shot. I wouldn't have gone all in with my chips, but a torque bow is definitely going to help.
Yeah, and of course the sniper, we refer to it ourselves, is not as powerful as the torque bow. You know, Ultimate Edition with headshots were a lot easier to come by, and the slower gameplay of execution was maybe made it more effective. But the torque bow is so prolific, so effective, especially from this sideline. Who's going to get it? We'll have to wait and see.
Big fight going down for that B hill. Speedy's going to take out Giraffe, and now it is Bot Empire. They say, hey, we have a torque bow on the line here. I love that torque bow. I'm going to grab it. They come out with a good first kill. Big fight going down up on top. On board with Frag Out. He's going to take out one. Excels wins the 1v1 against Kraz down low. Keep an eye on that screen. Excels and Kraz will be a key story here. And look at Excels overextending. He's going to capture the away hill. So again, Excels has had the upper hand in the anchor roll so far, but he's going to get taken out by Giraffe.
Crucial shotgun battle from Giraffe there, winning that immediately. But look at the B hill. We have to keep an eye on this as the triple cap is stopped for a second. Bot Empire still maintain control. It is evident. as the Swarm team of Team Revenge do respawn. They're going to slow it down and take a second, but with that Torpo in hand, your pushes are going to be made a lot more difficult, John.
That is so true. Bot Empire holds the 2 caps, and now the tides have turned. Revenge is going to need to break this setup. Let's see if they can do it. Oh, wow. A full red. I think that was a torque on accident by his teammate. It's going to hurt Frag out. He has to back out and retreat. That could be costly. He leaves his teammate. Oh, no, his teammate actually backed out as well, so they're going to actually back out and give up B control here. And Giraffe is going to keep the pressure. Gwish and Giraffe both pick up a kill here. Gwish on the flank. Wow. Jerpy picks up one as well. It is all up to Frag out, the last remaining member. He's full red. He goes down. And now, Toby, expect a triple cap to come in.
That's it. I think that's a triple cap. I think that's every single member taken out so comfortably. We can't even see Cog respawning this early on. You know, Bot Empire, they committed, John. No one ran. And with that Torpo, they felt maybe we're a bit more powerful than they actually were. You saw it, John, you called it. But a teammate almost got Torpoed by their own member. It was through a smoke. They didn't know where Team Revenge were pushing. You also had that flank on the go as well, which effectively pinched Team Bot Empire. And essentially, not only was maybe some mistakes from Bot Empire not fighting as a team, but mainly it was Revenge playing that so strategically and timing the push so well.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about strategy in Gears of War 4. It's different than execution. It's different than Gears traditionally. You have 2 things. You have setups when you're on the defensive, and you have breaks when you're on the offensive. Those are the strats. Those are the plays you draw up beforehand. Very well executed by Revenge. The break on the B hill. 1 person on the flank. That was Gwish. 3 people pushing up top. That was Jerpy. That was Giraffe and Yogurt. Very well played by Team Revenge. They finally get a point on the board.
Now let's bring up the overhead map. That is the marks that are placed down, John. It's the first.
We go. Raz has a toy.
And of course, with the Hammer Burst being nerfed, it is the marks. That's the main go-to weapon for these pro teams to place right out of spawn and put that necessary damage on for this team fight. Let's see how this unfolds. Oh, Gwish is going to get stuck. Actually, full readied from a shot grenade, forced to roll out. Speedy taking advantage. His gamer tag is what is referring to how he's playing exactly as fast as he can get in there, get that first shot, get that cover advantage. Oh, and get a headshot. Jerpy, your head is gone, my friend. Go on, Speedy, get the double. Oh, it is so good. And Bot Empire are going to set up now, John.
Huge plays by Speedy, the newcomer from New York City. And if he would have hit that Torpo, Toby, I would have stood up out of my seat, my man. That would have been insane. Well played by Speedy, though, to kick things off here in round number 4.
Is this another triple cap on Reclaim? We rarely see it, but who is going to break it is going to be Giraffe for a second. He does fall. This Torpo is now paying dividends for the Bot Empire in that round, especially. And that is going to be a very quick round of that, John.
And there you have it, Speedy, the newcomer, the young gun from upstate New York, competing at his first event. You see him repping the Yankees over there on the far left with the hat. Well played, puts his team on his back with a huge triple kill up top at B, and Bot continues to roll. 3-1 lead right now, going into round number 5. And what weapon was placed? I think no weapon was placed?
No weapon was placed in the center, John. I mean, just briefly, the main point to put that is to put it in the middle is to force these shotgun battles up top. Is a kind of a look into the psychology of Revenge, right? They place the shot grenade at the top, they place the Torpo up top. They are putting resources there. They want to keep the strategy true to their shotguns in this team fight. They believe they can win it. I mean, 3-1 to Bot Empire. They are sticking with their strat despite that.
And keep in mind, Toby, it was Revenge that placed that Torpo. They ended up getting punished for that as Speedy went off with it last round. Let's see who's going to be able to win this fight initially. Speedy took the B hill at first. He does have a torque in his hands. Can he hit that disgusting collateral headshot he hit last time? Excels takes out Kraz again in the 1v1 down low. Take a look at the bottom left of your screen. That is a key matchup. Speedy's going to tap up here. No. And it's going to be Bot Gaming, a quick domination opportunity. Jerpy gets taken out as well. And it's going to be Yogurt getting taken out. That's going to be a domination that comes in again for Bot Empire.
You know, it's almost as if there's a boom shot up top. It is all in for these team fights. When that team fight goes down, quickly, these two teams so organized. They might be new. They might be, you know, a new team, especially in Bot Empire's regard. They still rotate quickly. They still go for these triple caps immediately. And Excels and Kraz, you've got to give it to the Anchors for controlling the down-bottom situation so well.
And you know, Toby, I brought it up in the pregame. Team Revenge, their run has not been as challenging as Bot Empire's. They haven't been tested. They played against the 2 European teams who, no offense to my European friend over here, is not necessarily as up to par as the American teams. They beat Epsilon, they beat Vitality, but there you go. A boom shot is going to be placed. Desperation, if you will, down low. That's going to completely change the metagame here, and that is why we love Escalation. They have to fight for that boom shot now, Toby. What do you think the strat's going to look like?
It's exactly what I was discussing, right? Team Revenge, they placed the weapons up top initially. That last round, they committed, but that That was it. That was it done. They now had a team talk. This needs to change. We're losing this too much, and they are now going to go to the boom shot as a result and place that down
Did
bottom.
you see Bot? All 5 members of Bot Empire playing for that boom shot. Look how the map has completely flipped now because of one power weapon. You can't ignore the boom shot, and that is why Speedy picks it up. He grabs the boom, and Bot Empire is showing no matter what Team Revenge does, we are the better team. We will outplay you.
It is just golden for the COG team. They got all the kills, and now they need to get the hills. They can't get that triple cap because they went all in, right? They didn't get... Oh, no way. That is not going to help them, though. There is one player left, and that is Kraz, but he had the torpo, but he's been taken down. Surely that will be the triple cap. Nonetheless, 2 seconds, 1 second. A very good round from Bot Empire, regardless of that missed boom shot at the end.
Yeah, and a great way to finish out the half here. We're going to flip now. It is halftime. Second half means the hills will flip, the weapons will reset, and the player respawn timers will drop back down to 10 seconds each. So here we go. No more boom shot on the map there, but wow, what a well-organized strategy by Bot. They can't be messed with right now.
Yeah, very convincing half, and I mean, it has been a very strategic one so far, but it has been also in the same line of thought, a very shotgun-heavy, dominated one from Bot Empire. I mean, both teams have rotated for that triple cap and gone for that, but Bot Empire, they have been the winners of the team fights. I want to keep a close eye on E now to see if that storyline maintains itself.
Yeah, and then up top, of course, we have the anchor fight, Excels versus Kraz, and that's been a key story. Excels has gotten the most of him in every single round. I don't think I've seen Kraz outplay or kill Excels in a 1v yet down low. Now up top.
Giraffe on board with him. He's the front man. He's found Soto. He sees the Soto getting run at, but he is going to play safe. He's going to keep his distance and not allow Giraffe to get in that shotgun battle. He is going to regroup. But Speedy is on hand despite the E-cap being put under the Revenge banner for now. Speedy, though, on the counter, the team has regrouped the Bot Empire. It's the patience, right? You don't have to go all in very quickly. It is the long-term points that you want to look out for. And now it's Fragout who's going to get taken down on the right. Yogurt with the flank. He needs to get involved, though, but unfortunately it's not quick enough. Jerpy does fall as well. This hill is going to Bot Empire.
Another triple cap here in round number 1 of the first half. No, it's going to be stopped by Kraz, but Excels takes out 1. Can Excels get the double kill over Kraz? He's fighting 2 now. He's staying alive with the support of his team. What a huge play by Excels. Wow. He gets Kraz as well. Can he get the triple kill? Yes, he does. Excels, you are a monster, and you just single-handedly secured yourself a triple cap in round 1 of halftime.
The positioning was perfect. He was close enough to unload those hard aims, those that one-shot gib range, but he also played on cover, right? He didn't spin in for the up age on. He kept behind that wall the whole time, but kept up the pressure, and most importantly, stayed alive.
Stayed alive long. I was going to say the same exact thing. Well said, Toby. Stayed alive long enough for his teammates to help, but still, flashy plays by Excels, and now weapon placement decision to make here. And I want to take a look at the stats as soon as this round starts, guys. You're interesting point to make about the man Excels playing the anchor role right now for his team. Looks like Kraz wants to, he wanted to give himself a
lot of thought.
Something. He looks like it's going to put a shock grenade, actually. All right, interesting decision here. I think Revenge is learning, hey, if we put down power weapons, it's not working in our favor. Let's place more of utility here, and there you have it. You're going to see the stats come up on your screen in just a bit, and the story is all around Excels. The anchor player with the most kills. Sorry, second most kills behind Speedy, of course, for his team. You rarely see that.
No, that is definitely a rarity. I've very, very rarely seen that myself, John.
Well, Kraz only 5 kills.
Yeah, exactly. But let's speak about it. The shot grenade has been placed down once again by Team Revenge. They placed that first in the first halftime, and that didn't go well for them, did it?
That's so true. I mean, nothing went well for them in that first halftime. And keep in mind, the shot grenades here, guys, what that's going to do to the game, that's going to put an area of effect wherever they want to. They can drop it in the hill, or they can use it to block off an entire area, and it's really tough to run through those shot grenades. It looks like Revenge is going to throw a better one. Oh, no, I take that back. Bot throws one right after, and they're going to take out Giraffe.
A trading of kills. Soto finds that meat shield, and he's the furthest man up. And his Team Revenge sitting back this time round. Fragout trying to make an impact, trying to just keep them on their toes, Team Revenge, but he is going to be full right. He's going to have to rotate back. He's going to get a pinch. If he can get a give now, that is crucial. But no, the swarm domination does begin to come in. Kraz is taken out, though. COG this time do prevent that triple cap.
Let's hop on board with Excels. There you go. The jump cam there by my man Waldo in the back on the observation. Excels. 12 kills to his name. He's going to throw a smoke grenade. It's well-placed smoke. That's going to give them an opportunity to push. They're going to break the hill, and despite losing the initial, look how well they fought back.
Team Revenge still there though, John. I'm waiting for Excels to fly. He is aggressive, he is confident as well, and he is now rotated from that anchor position. He is flexible and he's being proactive. Soto kicking things off with a kill on Gwish. He's still rolling in for that kills. Excels very well played, but Team Revenge, the teammates, they're not near enough. Bot Empire have the numbers advantage, and it looks like they will be able to set up unless Yoga and Giraffe can answer back here.
Yeah, we keep a look at the, you can look at the screen now. 4v3 for Revenge. Actually, they had the numbers there. They're going to respond now, but despite having numbers, they're not capitalizing on that. Excels is going to make them pay. He takes out Giraffe. 1v1 against Yogurt, his former teammate on Vex Gaming back in the day. He stays alive, and Kraz goes for the up A. He's going to get punished by Excels, and can anyone stop this beast right now?
Textbook plays, putting in the damage, but still staying alive. This is so textbook from Excels. And he's already starting to set up a speed. He just gets a simple double off screen as well, and Excels his turn to apply the pressure. GFP will surely follow as Excels is forward and takes cover. They only need one more round. Oh, Giraffe stopping my tracks. That's a good kill, but he is going to follow. Surely Bot Empire can look to take this round though, John.
And keep in mind, Excels, where was he 4 weeks ago? He got dropped by Energy. Who? Energy, who placed top 4 at the Invitational, didn't even qualify for the championship bracket here. They got top 32, I believe, at this event.
Yep, a surprise in itself. But look at this, the first change of strategy from Team Revenge this half. Despite the Lancers being put down by Bot Empire, will find the down on Yoga, but will the team continue their campaign up top? They need to, John. They have no options. They've committed themselves. They are trapped up top, essentially now. Excels, it is down to him to provide that brick wall, because why? They only need the double cap, and very soon, they'll need the one.
There we go, big fight, big push coming in. Revenge looking a little bit desperate here. Excel's just going to value his life. Smart decision to back out there. Mental does that so well, but he's finally going to get taken out. Crash takes out Giraffe, 4-on-4. Huge 1v1 for Jerpy. He needs to get this break if he can do it. Oh, he does. Jerpy goes huge, but no, the F-Hill was captured, so that's going to be it. Bot Empire is going to go up here again. I think that might be game point. Yes, it is. Bot Empire with a 7-1 decisive victory in map number 1.
You know, I'll be honest with you, John, we didn't go into predictions. We didn't have the time. We were talking too much about the history of these two teams, although being quite brief, especially in Bot Empire's regard. But I would not have predicted that. I would not have predicted such a sweeping win in the form of 7-1. I alluded to it. They're so close in shotguns, and they also like to play aggressive. Reclaim is an aggressive map. But Bot Empire, they won every single team fight, essentially. It was only one round they lost in the end. Yeah. And we spoke about momentum. That is going to kickstart Bot Empire and maybe lead maybe a 2-0. I would not be surprised after that. What was an amazing performance on Reclaimed.
You know, Toby, I'm going to be a little cocky here. It's not often that I am, but I'm going to say I would have predicted that. Genuinely. Okay. And the reason being, here's why. Team Revenge, who did they play in losers bracket? They played Epsilon, they played Vitality, they weren't tested. They got 2-0'd by Enix, who's a team that really, I mean, we'll see what they're doing against the United when we get that score update from the side station, but I don't think they had as challenging of a path. Meanwhile, Bot was tested, battle hardened in their grueling matchup against Optic Gaming last night, one of the best matchups we've had here. They've improved over this tournament. The last time we saw them play against Team Revenge, it was close, but it was their first match of the entire tournament. They were maybe nervous and so on and so forth. But let's jump in and show you guys, man. Excels went off in that entire map here. We got to take a look. Here's the 1v3. He got one already. He already killed one at this point. Stayed alive long enough for his teammates to come, playing everything right. He picked up the double. And of course, he followed that up with the triple kill plays by the captain, or the in-game shot caller of his team.
The timing of his shots are just so perfect. The movement, every A button is worth it, right? It doesn't hinder him. It only helps him in his future shots. You see him keeping his distance. Giraffe had no chance. He misses only one shot opportunity, and Excels took advantage of that. Kraz there again. Excels full red, and he actually took cover in that scenario as well. It was truly a flawless performance from Excels, and I'm not surprised in that either, because yesterday, of course, one of the most hyped matches, he was playing phenomenal against Optic Gaming in the 1Vs, wasn't he?
He was, and that talking to Optic Gaming after I think it was Kenny who said, you know, we didn't lose rounds to Bot sometimes. It felt like we were losing rounds to Excels. You know, they've all played with Excels in the past. They use Excels as their substitute, that is Optic Gaming, when they need one for 250 tournaments or 2K tournaments. You know, they know what he's capable of, and he's really stepped up here. And I'm shaking my head in disbelief, because the fact that he did that is not out of the blue. He does that often. But the fact that he did that in the anchor role, a position where you are capping a hill, posting up and fighting a 1v1 every round. I mean, that says so much. His rotations, his aggression was on fleek. My man Excels is killing it here on Championship Sunday. He is wanting that trophy, what you see on screen right now. But let's jump into map number 2. Toby, preview this one for me.
No delay. Foundation, 4 lanes for those who are new to Gears Esports, and this is perhaps one of the most common, maybe the most common map in the cycle, right? Teams love to play this. It doesn't have that common height advantage, which we see in Reclaimed and maps like Harbor 2. It's all about these 4 lanes where you can have lots of flanking routes, lots of team setups. But it's also one of the most difficult maps, in my opinion, to set up on, and it's essentially why a lot of these teams go for it, especially when they're good with the shotguns.
Yeah, very rotation heavy. One thing I will say is Revenge listed this as one of their worst 3 maps here. And that is showing Bot Empire with a great start here. 3 first kills picked up. Well played, well executed opening initial strategy.
What a convincing team fight win, but look at this response from the COG team. They did manage to capture C for a second, but they are going to run away. They are going to play their lives on board with Kraz. The opposing anchor, oh, great play on Speedy. Definitely wasn't losing that shotgun fight anytime soon. And he is just going to sit up in the statue area. I'm sure Bot Empire are going to be setting up. As you can see, we bring up the overhead. They are going to be lined across the map in a fairly passive position in terms of the individually. John, I'm sure you'd agree. But it is down to the COG now, as they've all responded to make a very good and effective team fight scenario for them.
Yeah, and a big play, big shot out to Kraz, hailing from Champaign, Illinois. He's now in school in Georgia, goes to school full-time, still doing his thing, playing Gears of War professionally as well. A lot of these guys dropped out of school to focus on the Gears Pro circuit. A lot of respect for this guy as a man, as a player, of course, as well. On board with him now, he's playing the anchor role, of course, for his team. And there you go, it's going to be Team Revenge that's able to break the setup of Bot Empire and capture that B-hill.
Yep, they got the 4 kills off screen down there. Is exactly what I was referring to, right? You need to force that team fight. Always that middle hill is where players and resources will regroup and hold that wall. But it is a very effective retake from Revenge. They now haven't got much of a score difference as well, so they're going to be able to catch up very, very soon. And it looks like Giraffe is going to take out Excels if we fly up to that B-hill very soon. But I say that, Fragout's going to crucial 1B. It's going to be a battle of anchors, essentially, for this A-hill. But Fragout, you know, he's full red, John. He's going to play it safe just for a second, keep his distance, play the time, but that time is not on his side. He's in the enemy spawn, but he doesn't care. He outplays Giraffe. What intelligence is needed along with that raw skill to time that perfectly, John?
Oh, that's called having a mental clock in your head. You talk about that in football as a quarterback. You need to have a mental clock as to when the sack is going to come. Mental clock for Fragout, knowing that someone's going to be respawning after his teammate's got a couple kills down low. Well played by Fragout there.
Fragout has killed Kraz as well, and as the team fight continues for Bot Empire, they are pushing and winning at that B area, but finally, Giraffe to the rescue. He took out Fragout off the screen there.
Big fight at the A-hill right now. Let's see who can win it. Giraffe is going to come out big to recapture that A-hill. And now, an important note to make. Look at the score, ladies and gentlemen, at the top left of your screen, 160 to 140. Big fight's going to go down. Fragout needs to stay up. He's going to try and chainsaw. A little bit cheeky from him. He's going to get punished for that. And now, Team Revenge, smart decision to overextend. They ignored the B-hill. They baited that B-hill, and they're able to capture both home and away hills.
Yeah, bringing a Lancer to a shotgun fight is never going to be an advantageous situation on Gears 4. Crash, though, on board with him. He does take it down. Yogurt, he is applying the pressure. Remember, only B-hill is in the control of Bot Empire. Soto is a casualty. He is lost. The triple cap might come in, but it's down to Crash to stay alive and hold this on for them, and he's done just enough, actually, John. The respawn timer is low enough to buy that time.
And oh my, this one's going to come down to the wire, down by 10 points, but they hold a 2 cap. That is Team Revenge. Can they do it? Can they inch back into this one? I think mathematically it is possible. All Fragout needs to do is get a break. He does that. He denies one of the hills. That's going to be enough to win it for Bot Empire. Excels picks up a kill. That's going to help, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Bot Empire inches that one out just barely.
That is a much closer round than we saw on Reclaim. That is for sure, John. It was not the tale of triple caps. Despite that blinking a lot for both teams, it seems like in the end, Fragout and Co did enough solo work in the enemy half to buy themselves time, right? Buy the point advantage in the end. And it was that close that you honestly can put it down to the plays that Fragout and Co did as solos, right?
Yeah, honestly, seriously, Fragout overextending, and not only, but just staying alive, being as annoying as possible. He drew 2.
And it's risky, right, as well.
It's risky. That opened up a 3-person 4v3 opportunity for his team down low. So you're right, Toby. Really good plays by Fragout as the anchor. I'm surprised to see Fragout play the anchor role, and I think that says a lot about Bot. Very versatile. Excels obviously can turn up. They want to put him in the fight sometimes. Sometimes they want to put him in the 1v1 smart where he can outsmart his opponent.
Well, there you have it. Excels, my MVP. I think you'd agree, John. We didn't mention it, but my MVP, our MVP potentially for Reclaimed. It is now Fragout going in as an individual. Maybe that is the defining factor. Maybe that is the main difference here.
Again, we talk about optics. That team has a player that can go off at any time. All 5 of them can pick up slack. Similar makeup here. I said it earlier. You know, Bot Empire, explosive, is Excels, if you will. Soto is lava, if you will. And of course, the rest can also turn up at any time. Big fight's going down. No kills grabbed yet. Oh, it's going to be all Bot Empire here in the initial once again.
Oh my, it's just all red. The kill feed is lit up in blood, the color of blood. And now Fragout is applying the pressure to Yoga. He's being pinched immediately. The teamwork from Bot Empire is unstoppable right now. And when combined with those crucial shotgun skills, this is the outcome. A swarm domination coming in. Can the Cog reach in time? Kraz does. He gets 1 kill. He needs much more, though. All I see is red on the bottom left. And that is the result. Another domination coming in from the swarm in this matchup.
And look at this Bot squad. They are all smiles right now. They are all hype. And meanwhile, the opposite end of the spectrum for Team Revenge, baffled at their performance. I mean, these two teams could not be more of polar opposites. One has been together for a very long time. They have grinded. They've built the chemistry. The other, really a team of rejects. I mean, Bot Empire has Soto and Excels, who were both dropped from their respective teams. That was Team Envious and Energy. And then 2 players that have never competed here before. And the crazy thing is, and this says a lot, they met at a LAN tournament in New York City 2 weeks ago. People don't know that, but they played together. Hey, Soto said, hey, I've heard these Vex guys can really mess around. They're from New York. We should play together. They upset Energy at that LAN event, and Soto said, I'm sorry, Strangulate, Phenomenon, I got to pick up my man Speedy and Fragout. They're too good. They're the next mental. They're the next explosive, and they're really showing that that's the case. Interesting insight, John.
As we get into the next one. The torque bow was, of course, placed down by Revenge. They collect to opt for this weapon. That's for certain. They seem to have based a lot of their strategies around this one, which a lot of teams, in all honesty, don't go for. I mentioned it, Reclaim. Let's see if it makes an impact here. Gwish has finally managed to pick that up, though, off the bat. Soto and co, meanwhile, they have strictly gone for the B-Hill. That Torpo trying to take out that down. The comms were coming in, but sadly, the Torpo did not connect for Revenge.
Yep, 1 dead apiece right now, and you're right. Team Revenge ran a... Oh, Torpo's going to come in. Well placed by Gwish. Jerpy picks up a kill as well, and Gwish is actually the slayer of the team. Jerpy's usually the power weapon player, so Gwish is showing some versatility here. Big 1v1. He's going to get his health back, and now Team Revenge needs to be on the hunt. Fragout realizes that, so Fragout's going to back out and try and stay alive. But a Torpo's not going to stick there. Yes, it does. Gwish with a huge double kill with the Torpo.
Significant decision for Fragout actually to go for that risky play for the enemy hill. I would perhaps like to see him go on Gwish, right? Gwish was full ready as the Torpo. Maybe that was the superior target and also the safer one.
But what that did, Toby, he overextended. That forced Gwish, and I think that was Kraz, to go back to their home hill to fight a 2v1. That single-handedly saved the 3-cap, saved the domination. So Fragout being able to overextend, stretched out the map just enough to allow his teammates to spawn and allowed Bot Empire to live to fight another day. And look at the score right now. Bot Empire is leading. That's right, close to leading.
Jerpy, double kill off screen though. Speedy picks up 1. He is going to trade Jerpy with 3 kills actually down in the B-Hill on his own, and that's going to maintain control there for them. Jerpy, though, he's not done, John. He's now going for the C-Hill. Fragout, has he spotted him? Maybe it's a little bit late, but Jerpy is here. Got 2 shots in. He has the damage advantage, that's for sure. And Gwish, his teammate, is going to finish that one up for him. Soto, the closest one, and needs to break it, John. He needs to get involved, and he has managed to get involved, but not in a good way, unfortunately, because he is being taken down. His guts are all on the floor. Excels does break though. Gwish, you're reloading the stun of the smoke. I'm not sure what it was, but that is not going to help him. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Who is the closest man? It is still going, John. 4 seconds, but surely the snowball effect has found its outcome, and that is it. As Revenge put their first round on the board.
You saw them going in there 1 by 1 like pinballs bouncing around, but not able to keep it up, not able to get the kills they needed. Excels picked up 1, but there you have it. Revenge with a weapon placement. It helped him. Look at Jerpy. 11 kills to his name right now. And now they have a decision to make. Torpo was already placed, and they ran polar opposite strats, Toby. It could not have been more different. Team Revenge ran for torque control, sent 2 or 3 over there, and Bot decided to keep doing what they were doing. They sent people down low to B. And now, looks like it's going to be a secondary weapon, and it is it. Marksa has been placed. Keep in mind, the middle of the map still is open to place maybe frags, a weapon they want.
Yeah, and we also have to mention they've blocked the weapon spawn in the Pistons, and that is a very popular spot for powerful weapons, especially like the Boom Shop. Yeah. And with Bot Empire winning these team fights, they're not going to be able to go for that avenue. They are definitely restricted there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The strategy is sound, you know?
Bot is the one that blocked it too, so they've been winning the fight down low. You'd think Bot would want to grab a power up down there, so that might cost him. We'll see. Gwish grabs a torque. He went off the last round, but it's hard to rely on one person going off. Fragout picks up a double kill in the anchor roll. Fragout is by himself, and Soto, the two of them fought a 2v3. Yogurt and Jerpy luckily pick up some kills down low, and now 3v3 situation. Crash doesn't like what he sees. He's going to back. An interesting choice there.
Crash coming back, as you said, Soto returning as well. I think Revenge done just enough there off screen. John, they got 2 kills, Jerpy knock up, but no, Speedy, another double from this man. He is also performing so well as an individual, and it really is showing in the scoreline, both on Reclaimed and this one here.
Oh, without a doubt. And a quick update from the side station, guys. We're going to work very hard to keep you updated. Enix is leading 6-5 over E United, so that one is heating up on the side station. I mean, what a close match.
Oh, very close. Of course, that round score limit, or the map score limit, I should say, is 7. So you can understand, any new viewers to Gears Esports, how close that truly is. Meanwhile, back to the action though. Kraz has managed to secure himself a torque bow, and he is trying to utilize that, but now he is forced to turn around as the COG members scramble to the Hill of the Sea. And Gwish and Kraz are going to fall. Double Crash with triple. He's made it a quad, John.
4 kills for Crash to lock that one up. Huge plays by the kid from California, his first major event. I mean, Toby, just 8 months ago, this guy was showing up at the Season 1 finals as a fan to spectate and to play in a 1v1 tournament. I mean, he was watching his former teammate Solars, he was watching his former teammate Soto, watching Explosive compete, and now he has the chance to finally make a name for himself, and something tells me this will be the new bright and shining star in Gears Esports. He is playing so well. This Bot Empire squad is so impressive.
And speak of the devil, right? So we've spoke enough about these individuals. We've gone through almost the whole team now, it seems, about Empire and how well they've been performing this this matchup. But Soto actually said Crash is defining just #1 on their team.
Yep.
The best player.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And it just keeps getting better and better for Bot Empire as we see them play so effectively, not only as individuals, but also a team here.
And the point you make is spot on. I mean, that brings us back to the comparison to Optic Gaming. I mean, all 5 of them can go off. I mean, if you look at any team that can pound for pound match Optic Gaming, which a lot of people say, hey, as long as you match them, you can beat them. That's what a lot of the pro players think. This is the team that I'd say is closest. MVS does have Franchise, who doesn't necessarily fit or match or mirror necessarily a member of Optic Gaming. He's phenomenal in his own right. So here we go. Let's see. Bot Empire up 3-1. Giraffe's going to self-kill with the instant speed. He's going to pick up Yogurt. It's a 5v3 now. And keep in mind, respawn timers are long. That might cost him here. Oh, I hear hype.
I hear hype as well, but right now Swarm Domination is denied. Jerpy has just come in from the back and surprised Speedy and Crash as they try to help their teammates across the way. Jerpy is down though. He's trying to capture it and he will prevent it there. No Swarm members in sight, but B and C-Hill, at least C-Hill was contending for just a second. Gwish is going to fall though to the enemy player.
Yep, and now it's going to be an interesting decision. They're going to push street side. Fragout is full red. He is so slippery, this guy, man. He's been causing so much havoc up top. He gets kills, he stays alive, he's annoying, and that is so important as a player here. Wow. Speedy's going to take out Giraffe. Got punished for going for the up A. Yeah,
he was so full, so red. Speedy trying to keep up the shotgun damage though, despite being full red. Great positioning as the players of Team Revenge fall. Meanwhile though, across the way, Gwish has done enough, despite being full red, despite getting angled from all sides.
Look at this.
Keep the A-Hill, and it is textbook, right? It is crossfire, laser beam, bullets coming through the smoke and from the left. Team Revenge have done well though to stay alive this long, and I think they've bought themselves enough time as Giraffe has come off respawn and pushed out the left, John.
And Toby, look at the pressure. It is almost like Team Revenge is underwater, out of breath, and drowning right now. They can't get anything going, and they are stuck. I mean, absolutely stuck. And a quick update from the side station, guys. It is 6-6 now. E United has tied it up, and another game, around 13 for E United.
Kraz and Co though. Revenge, you mentioned they're stuck now. They were stuck, John. They pushed out the B hill, but as a response, Bot Empire one step ahead. They go and get the away hill. They go get Team Revenge's home hill. And this is the result, a 160-80 score limit, a double lead in terms of the points, and now it's going to be Bot Empire closing for that 210 score limit. They only need one hill.
Toby, this could be it. 2 dead right now. They're going for a triple cap, 5-on-3. All they need to do is slay. An instant is going to miss. That might be crucial. Can Crash do it? No, I'm sorry, that's Excels. Excels is the last one alive. Jerpy's going to take out Soto, and all Excels is trying to do is just bait. Look at him, smart play by Excels. He's finally going to get taken out, and Revenge does it. They somehow reverse this horrible situation and win the round. Wow, Team Revenge with huge plays.
That's insane. That's insane, John. You know, I was mentioning it. They had double the amount of points of Team Revenge Bot Empire had, but that single play, that single push, they pushed through B, they responded, they saw 2 caps against them. but how effectively did they play that, John? It was so well timed, despite XL's and Co's movement and whatnot.
You're spot on, Toby.
Phenomenal, John.
Honestly, from underwater drowning to Michael Phelps swimming in an Olympic-sized pool is Team Revenge right there as they completely reversed the situation. Well played, guys. And now, look at your screen. Big decision to make here. This is round number 6. This is the last round of the first half. So the lethality is at its peak right now. Frag grenades are going to be placed down low. Marks as well, so that changes things a bit, but the Torque Bow still up top.
And of course, just to remind any new fans, or of course remind fans who are in tune with Escalation, we are at round 6. It's the last round of the first half, so you can replace weapons, and that's exactly what Empire have done right at the Pistons location. They popped the frag grenades down, which of course was previously a blocked slot.
On board of Speedy now, and while we have a second to breathe, quick update, guys. E United down 6-5, brought it back over Enix and won map number 1. So E United, man, has been such a crazy story. They have had to grind here until 2 a.m. yesterday. 7-6s against E6, and just close matches throughout.
Storylines everywhere as Giraffe picks up a kill and a weapon as well. Oh, Kraz, the movement he had. He was caught out with a Lancer with his pants down, but he gets his shotgun and he uses movement to stay alive. His reward,
oh no,
as the team is a double cap for Team Revenge. The B-Hill is under contention as we trade kills down there.
Huge.
Big battle going on, but Giraffe, he uses that incendiary on Speedy, and that could be the result.
Team Revenge, 2 straight rounds here. What a great way to finish out that half, Toby.
Very, very, very good. And you can see the players finally getting hyped. They were very professional, something we didn't mention actually in the pre-game interviews. Both players are extremely professional, very respectful, right? It reminds me of, say, Franchise in the interviews. They were really, it was a spitting image in my mind, and it was really impressive. And now we have a very, very deserved map here, 3-all at halftime.
You know, Toby, we both, I'm not sure if we were expecting it, we both looked at each other, kind of raised our brows a little bit during that pre-game interview. Excels, man, very well spoken.
Oh yeah.
Very professional. This, like, again, this bot Empire squad continues to impress on all fronts. So do the captain of this team, so professional. Formerly of Team Envious, so you know he's going to be media trained, he's going to be good to go. And then obviously some new guns, new kids on the block. Bot Empire is going to be an exciting team to watch develop here.
JP's tried to throw a smoke, and he did need it to prevent that push because he was full red. It's a very well executed push from XL as he gets the meat shield. Giraffe does answer back though with a kill on Soto. The E-Hill not capped yet, but Empire are applying the pressure, John.
Oh, what? He's not going to get the one shot. He's going to get the down right after, though. Well played by Gwish. Full red in this situation. Fragout takes out Yogurts. They're trading kills. It's a 3-on-3. And notice, guys, how they are valuing their lives. If you die, you are out for 20 seconds. So it's so important. Kraz is going to pick up a kill. Gwish needs to win this 1v. This could be the round if he does, but no. On the other side of the map, it's going to be Fragout and Excel's taking out one. Gwish takes out Crash. Huge 1 versus 1 for Gwish.
Yeah, it's back and forth, isn't it? Where's one battle is won for one faction on one side of the map. The other team responds. As a result, Speedy has come off respawn. He's got Gwish in front of him. He needs to play it safe. It's a 2v1 essentially. That was a close one. I'd like him to play a bit more comfortably, a bit passively, but nonetheless, Speedy has the desired outcome. Here come the respawns though for Revenge, and we got a flank by Excels, but he is going to get shut down. Revenge applying the pressure now.
Oh, and Speedy's going to tap back up. They did not kill Speedy. That's going to be costly. He's going to make him pay. He takes out Jerpy, and now he is on the prowl. He sees his prey. He takes out Yogurt, and that might be huge. Them not killing Speedy completely turns the tide for Team Revenge.
I think that was a miscommunication. Gwish, though, is going to make up for it.
Giraffe needs to fly for New Way Hill. Giraffe needs to fly right now. They need to overextend. They need to play for a 2-cap right now, and they're going to do exactly that. Excels is hiding. They finally put him. Oh, Excels could have been sneaky there. Embracing's mental with the sneaky beaverness.
Yeah, indeed. And you are totally right, John. As JP applies the pressure at F-Hill, the COG team have responded, but Fragout is trying to do just the same in the back through the smoke as JP's camera looks through there. But Fragout is going to get one kill. Yogurt does respond though, but the E-Hill is still in control of Bot Empire. They have the score lead as well, so they have time to rotate, but as I say that, they've already done that, John.
Raz takes out one. That's huge. That is huge. Yogurt wall bouncing into a one-shot there can be costly. We'll see if it is. 2 dead right now. I take that back. I think I said earlier the lethality actually is the new half. So it's not lethality. You don't need to value your life. Only 10-second respawn. So teams are going to play for a 2-cap here. And look at the score right now. Domination's going to come in, but that's going to be broken here by Kraz. Yeah, you can surely get in there in time. And as a result, you know, the bot Empire, they know exactly that. They're going to rotate out and not risk a team fight. Instead, they hold the score lead and ensure they have the E and F control, John. And look at the score, 160 to 148. A little bit ago, that was 145 apiece. So they were denied points as Revenge for quite some time in these early rounds. Oh, Kraz, beautiful.
very well played. Full red, Yoga at hand. Great communication from Revenge to finalize that amazing play too.
They need a triple cap.
Kraz is, yeah, as you said, they need a triple cap. Kraz first, that is first objective though, is to capture Z-Hill, and I think he will be able to, despite being down. Swarm domination though, could blink it for a second. Bot Empire know that they need to go. They need their enemies, need that triple cap. As a result, they do rotate to the D-Hill. 206, 207, Bot Empire. I tip my hat. A very good round from them.
Yep, and this one is much more indicative of how the first series matchup was between these two teams. 4-3, of course. If you are just tuning in for the first time here on Championship Sunday, welcome. First and foremost, it is an honor to be bringing you the action here. Fallout joined with the man from Europe, Toby Campbell. And the first time these guys matched up was a heated one. 7-6, 7-6. I guess the last map count was 7-6. 3 in a row, man. Really close matchups between these two teams.
Well then, with that first map being 7-1, Bot Empire, with 1 round lead though. It's a lot closer, right, John?
It is.
Than previously.
Yeah, first map, if you're just tuning in as well, first map was 7-1 in favor of Bot. I mean, a complete domination.
Well then, Sniper's being placed down as we look back towards the action, and this is different. We didn't see this in the previous half. GOP placing down the Sniper. I mean, I hate to put you on the spot, John, but we have to talk about it. Snipers, do you think this will be maybe a defining factor of Revenge? Do you see an awesome Sniper on Revenge really tilting the balance there?
You know, I see both teams picking it up. I think Bot has the upper hand. I'm not sure. I've never seen Kraz. Oh no, they're actually going to change their meta up here because of the weapon placement. They sent Jerpy, the power weapon player, the sniper for this team, who is so good with the weapon in Gears Ultimate Edition, to pick up the sniper.
And that's interesting, right? Epsilon, I spoke about Crazed being one of the, undoubtedly the best sniper in Europe. Sam goes there instead though, the anchor player. It's dependent on these teams whether they want to approach that weapon as maybe send your best sniper there or send your anchor player, right?
Yep, and look at Crash pushing up there, poking, backing out and reset. 5-on-4 situation, but it's gonna be a spawn here. And Jerpy, oh, he's gonna regret that one. We hit those, Jerpy. And in the words of my man Benson, we hit those. Speed's gonna get down up top. The team fire's gonna come in. Yogurt down, so 1 down a piece. Kraz is gonna ignore the kill. He's gonna go for the one shot. Kraz has been going off in map number 2. He is doing everything he can to bring this back for his team.
The anchor player strikes again. It's all about the anchors this matchup, and he's applying the pressure. He is all about being proactive, and he's doing just that. They have gained the kills lead for a second. Frag out his answering back. What a headshot, John. Oh my, straight off the bounce was essentially a quick scope there.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful play by Frag out. 19 kills to his name, and that is why. Flashy player, to say the least. And the overextend is going to come in from Kraz here. He's going to be under some pressure. He's going to get taken out as a result. Gwish picks up 1 as well.
Should say though, of course, for Frag out, that was a pop shot if we talk about Gears War 3, but we related, say, a quick scope on Call of Duty.
Yep. For
any new viewers at home. But with the action unfolding here, Gwish on board with him as his team do collect E-Control, and they obviously get their home hill back too. Because they're not done yet, are they, John? They're pushing straight through the middle of the spot, so it's good damage, but Gwish is also being lit up, but he's done very well to get that kill, get that meat shield, and also cover his back using that pillar, but also try and use that meat shield to cover the angle in front of him.
He's going to go down. The revive is going to come in here. Excels, though. 1v2 situation. He misses the one-shot body.
Wow.
Gets the second. He's going to get taken out. Jerpy now looking to clutch up. He's going to actually rotate back low side into a Lancer, though. Now he's going to get his health back just briefly, though. His teammate Kraz is capping that E-Hill. Look at the score. Another very close round between these two teams.
I'm still on the edge of my seat, John. This has been so close, this map. And that is going to be Crashfall, and it's going to be Frag out as well. This is not looking good, actually, for the Swarm team, as they've only got the D-Hill to their name. They might have the score lead, but look at the numbers. Look at the setup being built and forged from Team Revenge here.
You saw it on the top of your screen there. A nice defensive setup at the D-Hill, the home hill, to avoid the 3-cap now. But the time is ticking, and it's going to be Revenge that's going to be gaining points. Gwish is staying sneaky. I don't know if that's the right best decision by Gwish. He's going to miss one shot, and he's going to get punished. That is crucial. And now Bot is on the attack here. It's all up to Giraffe, and he hits the shot. Now fighting a 1v2. He misses the one shot. Needs to go big to keep the hill alive. No, he does not. 190 to 182, Toby.
This is going down to the wire. They only need 1 hill. No, they don't need 1 hill. They can recover, can't they? And it's Excel's trying to capture or at least maintain the F hill.
All they need is a break.
Team are coming in. They've got to break. They've got to do it, John.
Excel's gets taken out here. Look at the score. It is at a standstill. Nothing has been capped. 200 to 195. And the double cap's going to come in for Revenge. Yogurt shuts down Frag out, and that is all they're going to need to win this one. But it was a nail-biter, Toby.
Could have gone either way, just as we saw him reclaimed when the count gets that close. Or I should say the first round, apologies, on this map itself. 5 seconds difference, right? individuals. We talked about making the difference there on that first round, but it was all about those rotations in the end. Definitely the COG team got the best straw, I should say, in those team fights.
Best straw of the bunch, indeed. Now, decision to make. Let's take a look here. Weapon placement for the losing team. That is Bot Empire. They like blocking out weapons. We've seen them do it before. Who are they going to deny? What are they going to deny? And why are they going to deny is the question right now.
Well, they are selecting, they are scrolling through still. Frags, are they going to be placed where they usually are in core? Yes, they are. Frag is going to place them there. And of course, where that is located, guys, is right by the pillars, right underneath that overhead. And with that being so close to also the middle hill, but also the pistons, they can be utilized. They can be quite flexible in that regard, John.
Yep. Interesting decision there, decide not to block out a weapon. And here we go, overhead map's going to show you. 1 sniper apiece, 2 mid, same strategy. Mirroring strategy, it's going to come down to who is better. On board with Speedy right now, 21 kills, the flashy Slayer for this team, but honestly, who isn't a Slayer for this Bot Empire team?
Giraffe taking out Soto, kicking things off here. Speedy. Just sitting back and he's putting the damage just a little bit. The Crash does respond finally as he puts the kill on the board for Yoga.
Good positioning by Speedy here, recognizes he can go wide. Giraffe picks up another one though, and it's been Giraffe who's been picking up steam here. And now grenades, he's gonna force Speedy into his hand, and Speedy, very slippery. Can he get the one shot full red right now? His teammate support is gonna be what he needs. Excels picks up a kill, but Jerpy with the sniper headshot, and Revenge has been really capitalizing on this sniper rifle, Toby.
Yeah, we spoke about the snipers. They placed it down and they're utilizing it well, right? This is advantage towards Revenge in that regard. They've definitely been the loudest in terms of the power weapon placements. They placed the Torpo before, but it's this time they're going for the snipers, right? The paired weapon in the Gears franchise.
Look at Speedy staying sneaky here. He has an opportunity to clutch a 1v4. He takes out one. 1 versus 1 now against Giraffe. Can he get the double kill? But he's going to play it slow here. Smart decision. Use his teammates to stay alive.
Yeah, breaks down to a 2v2 just for a second though as Crash gets down. Giraffe is going to be traded out though as Speedy picks him up. And Excels is on the prowl though. I just saw a name in the background. He's surely going to go in for D very soon. You see it breaking. He is going to capture that as hills are rotated respectively. Bot Empire with the cap lead just for a second though. There's a big shotgun battle going down, John.
What in the world? Excels, look at the wall bounce. He dodges 3 shots in a row to stay alive. Yogurt's gonna take out 1. Excels is still wreaking havoc. He hits a double shot, grabs the meat shield, fighting 3 people. He's fighting an army. Can Excels do it? Can he clutch the 1v3 in this situation, Toby?
He's so red. Go wide, Grish. Oh, that was a good back A nonetheless. Very close to Excel's shotgun. But the desired outcome has been achieved. Grish, his reward, he picks up the sniper rifle. He looks to relocate it towards that E-hill or the mid line of the map and provide that a very good sight line and prevent that alley, prevent that lane, John.
And now Toby, look at this, an overextend. It's gonna be a home hill apiece. Ooh, Grish is full red. I'm sure they're calling that. He's gonna get flown at now. All of these need is the back A. He's not gonna commit to the back A, perhaps playing with a little bit of fear in his mind. And Grish is gonna stay alive. He gets away with murder.
Very intelligent play. He's going to try and catch out a player. Now he's been spotted. He's on left-hand disadvantage. He's trying to rotate though. He's trying to just turn around a little bit and fight this 2v2. Great map awareness, but can he get the reward of that turn around? He is full red. He does get the trading kill there. Kraz comes around. That is huge. Of course, you said it yourself. Swarm have broken ring D. Surely the COG team are going to retake that now.
And Toby, I want to talk about the intricacy of that play. Gwish playing with no fear in his mind. He was full red, and he was ignoring his health omen, which might sound like the worst thing to do, especially for a new player. But honestly, there's times in Gears of War where you need to do that. It is so difficult to do, and Gwish is probably one of the best at it. Cells takes out Yogurt in the 1v1. That could be crucial. It's going to allow a double cap here. Look at the score, though, 185 apiece, but the double cap is going to go in the hands of Excels. Excels is calling for help. He needs a rotation. He needs to stay alive here. He's going to do exactly that. Excels is now going to go in. He's going to get loose. He takes out one. Call this Excels land, as he loves going off in this spot. He did it yesterday against Optic.
Excels on
200 apiece.
Still.
Look at the
bouncing. He needs to get one more kill. He does. Soto is on hand. Look at the caps, though. They're all red. Swarm domination might come in. I think that is it. Crash. Double kill once again. Bot Empire, their individuals reign true. And this is the result. 5-4. They take the score lead now, John.
And what a play by Excel. Stays alive long enough for Crash to rotate and do the rest of the work. He picks up a double kill. I guarantee you, if we were in the comms of Bot Empire, he was screaming, I need support, rotate ASAP. That's exactly what happened. The cavalry came in, and what an end to that round by Bot. Very well played. And now, Revenge, who was traditionally, when the game first came out, known as a team that loves to place a weapon, power weapon, and fly, is gonna block a weapon here, it looks like. Still making a decision.
Saw the boom shot on our screen for just a second.
Yeah, they were thinking about it.
What are they going to go with? 3 seconds. They are taking their time.
It's going to be a block weapon.
But it's going to be a block weapon. Like, I suppose they're using that time, that ample time, to discuss their opening strategy for the next round. So we bring up the scoreboard. Nothing too fancy, nothing too special. A lot closer game in that regard, at least slaying Department John compared to, say, Reclaimed.
So here we go. Let's take a look here. Overhead map, one person apiece. Same exact strategies, nothing new here. 2 mid, 2 up top, 2v2 fights separately will go down, but keep in mind, there is a porous route here by Soto. He's going to capital. Oh, he actually is going to fake it and takes his lance shot. Smart support decision by Soto there. He baited the up A from Giraffe and Kraz, and now it's going to be Bot that rolls here. I expect him to go for a 3 cap, at least put some pressure here. Soto's going to cap that E hill, and the rest of the team is going to fly.
Soto known for his support play. He's that exactly keeping his distance. JP though. That's a 1v1 sniper essentially. Who's going to go for it? JP. He's got a timer on his back, and he is going to be forced into this 1v. Just a second. Of course, that does quickly change to a 2v1 as Lantify comes in there, but he is going to fall. Wish is down to you. Can you break the triple cap? You have no choice but to. He's trying to get in, but he cannot reach it in time. But look at this. The F hill was still broken.
Yep, not going to be enough though. Honestly, I look at Jerpy there with the sniper out. He was so focused on a 1v1 sniper battle. This isn't 1v1 Canals back in 2007, my man. You got to defend up the same way Excel stayed alive the round before. I got to look at Jerpy there to stay alive in the back corner. Tuck yourself in a pocket, hit some shots, be annoying, and stay alive long enough to allow reinforcements. It's the small things that matter, and Jerpy right there did not do enough to keep his team in it.
Couldn't have said it better myself, John. As we go into this next round, it could be the final round if Bot Empire get one more. Of course, if you just joined us, Bot Empire 7-1, the score of the first map. Excuse me. Let's see if they can finalize things. Yeah.
Decision to make here. This is a big one. Match point, Toby, as you said. Incins.
A lot of pressure.
They used Incins well in the first half. They were able to close out the first half with 2 straight rounds. That brought them back in it. They're going to need 3 straight here. And Incins are the weapon of choice for Team Revenge. Let's see how that changes up the strat. In my opinion, we're going to see the same exact thing here. It's going to be 1 snipe, 2 mid, 2 up top. But keep in mind, later rounds, you just sometimes can ignore your home hill. Our team's going to do that just yet. Nope, they're going to wait till maybe the next rounds to ignore their home hill.
Yeah, you and me both, my friend John. I think it'll be relatively the same. Frag out JB both. Opting to collect the sniper rifles for their teams. Grish picking up these incendiaries. Kraz is down. Excel's pushing across, winning his 1Bs time and time again. And now he's been able to acquire this angle. Grish, ooh, that was very close to connecting. He's going to get crossed out here. Has enough distance there. But Excel's, as you said, John, is going to get crossed out. But the nade might prevent his escape. Yep. The Yogurt nade is too good.
Huge grenade by Yogurt there. 22 apiece, but it's going to be a double cap that comes in for Bot Empire. Yogurt still alive, just wants to stay alive here, playing as Black Steel Kate. Those, of course, are the esports skins. Oh my God, beautiful. Oh.
I want that one.
And of course, we also now have team skins in the game. That was announced on Friday. They dropped like an apple. They announced it, started selling it that day. The team skins are so sick. Optic Gaming skin, the Splice skin. Of course, Bot and Revenge, relatively new teams in the scene. Don't have one just yet.
Well then. Kraz hiding again. There's been a lot of it in Foundation. Excel doesn't care though. Right-hand advantage. He gets that give out using that hard aim. And JP, oh my gosh, cover switch. Cancel almost. As he comes off the cover last second and uses that wall peek. What a great play that was.
That's going to force Crash to respect his sniper, man. He could have easily flown at him, which I've seen Crash do for many years now. It's been quite a few years of Crash flying on the rest of the old Glory squad. Now playing on Optic, on Envious, and on Bot Empire, respectively. Cool to see where these guys all ended up.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, we've discussed the storyline. There is so many storylines for these two teams, and now Reclaimed shaping up to be a very good map.
Kraz,
one double kill away, but Kraz trying to stop that. He plays really well, but the numbers are still there. It's not in his favor. Forced to take cover. Speedy applying the pressure.
Such a well-placed defensive smoke grenade. He's actually going to use that defensive smoke grenade to turn the tide here. Speedy, the wall bounce. He's going to get taken out. And Kraz with a 3-kill spree right here keeps his team alive. He's been doing everything he can this map. I have to tip my hat off to this guy. He has gone off. Yogurt on the other hand, not so much. Excel, sniper out.
Trying to go for that snipe shot.
Kraz
going to take advantage. Great push there. Knewing Excels will be forced into that corner to find cover. Very well played from Kraz.
Yep, Derpy on the other side. Derpy, hashtag Derpy. With another headshot on the other side of the map here. He's still playing defensive anchor. He's going to miss, or not miss, he's going to hit the full red shot. He's going to body frag out on the 1v. Giraffe takes out Soto, and this is a perfect opportunity now. Look at the score, though. They need a triple cap. Mantle kick. He counters the mantle kick, but Kraz has his back. Kraz is everywhere, man. Where isn't this guy?
Kraz is so proactive, the anchor player, and here he goes. He does get taken down. Big bounce in. Excel's the champion in these battles. He's gonna fall.
That's it. The revenge.
They come back.
Alive.
Still alive. Complimentary smoke tag in the end. This one member.
For funsies.
Just for funsies. But you know what isn't fun? A potential comeback from Revenge.
Yep.
6-4, the score just was then. It's now 6-5. Still in the favor of Bot Empire, but of course only 2 rounds needed for Team Revenge to put their first map on the board.
Yeah, and we said it. They need 3 rounds in a row. Tough to do here, but now Bot Empire decision to make. They can block out or change where a weapon was placed, and I think they're going to get rid of that sniper. That's huge, Toby. Once they do that, a sniper cannot no longer be placed because it was already placed once. So Jerpy, with no sniper rifle in his hands anymore, what a great counter by Bot Empire.
Yeah, certainly strategic weapon picks here. Going into the final rounds, potentially Bot Empire can get just the one more. Respawns 20 seconds, John.
28 kills apiece, and I think Frag Out and Excels, gosh, these guys go off. Here we go. This is it. Round 12. We need Revenge to go huge if we want to see a Game 3. And trust me, Toby, on Championship Sunday, I want exactly that. Down by 2 rounds for the victory. Giraffe is going to get a first kill. The lethality is high, folks. Respawn timers are at 20 seconds right now, so they have a 5v4. They need to take that. They're going to do exactly that. Giraffe takes out Excels. Squish is going to down 1. He's going to cap the hill here. Yogurt takes out Soto. And that's it. 4 dead. I think that might be 5 dead here. 4 dead. Frag Out's alive. Crash is going to respawn, and the Frag Out is the last alive. He's in a big 1v. He's going to take out Kraz. Frag Out, can he keep his team alive just like his captain Excels did earlier?
Seems to be doing it that way. The bounce is amazing. The smoke helps him in that regard. Giraffe looking for the kill, and he needs to find it, and he does. The double kill. That might be it. Excels, can you do anything? No. All you will reach is fire and flames. Ladies and gentlemen, round 13.
Toby, look at Kraz right now, man. You are a savage.
Absolute savage.
Look at this.
My.
2 straight rounds. We are going to round number 13 here. Revenge down but not out. They bring it back, so characteristic of what this squad has always endured through.
You mentioned lethality, 22-second respawn timer. Is the boom shot going to be placed? You might not be able to see that underneath the overlay, but we certainly can, John.
Yeah, it's a boom shot that they're hovering right now. And they are going to do it. A boom shot has been placed. Wow, making a statement here. It is going to be a bloodbath for the win. Keep in mind, folks, this is now a round of execution, search and destroy in Call of Duty, if you will, without the bomb. Whoever gets the kills will win. 22-second respawn timers. No one's going to be respawning.
Surely neither team will go for the home hill, but will they go for the shot grenades? Yes, both teams will like to get that shot grenade. It's going to influence the battle. Soto looking for that boom shot pickup, but he's not going to get it. No one has gone for that just yet.
They went for an early boom, pick up the shot grenade, comes out. Extinguish, takes out Crash. Jerpy takes out 1, but Excels is trying to keep his team alive. Boom shot was grabbed. Yogurt takes out Frag Out. Excels gets the double. He gets taken out. The last member alive now. And he's going to get taken out, ladies and gentlemen. They need to run for the triple cap. They need to run for the triple cap. The indecisiveness. No one capped the home hill. Gwish is on the E hill, but he has boom shot. Gwish perhaps should have gone for the F hill instead with that boom.
Crashes into him.
E hill, no, the F hill's going to be grabbed here. Then we're going to continue. This is not it. This is not it. It is not over.
But they have the boom shot left. Can they utilize it? They only have 1 more left.
Oh no. All they need is a reverse sweep. Giraffe takes out Speedy. Can Revenge continue to slay? Yes, they do. Gwish takes out 1, 3 dead now, and Revenge is gonna force a round number.
No way.
Number 3. A game. No. Frag Out is taken out.
It's not over. It's not over. It's still playing. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Now it's over. I think we even fooled the cameraman in the end, John. Oh wow. No way. I'm speechless.
Speechless.
Take it away. I think I'm losing my voice, John.
Look at Giraffe with the choke on camera. You saw that right there. Giraffe right there, the savage, man. We are going to a game number 3 here. Wow. Toby speechless. The only way to Crash is talking back. So the veteran is saying, look, there's no point, homie. Let's focus on the next map. And Toby, what's that next map going to be?
That, of course, last map is going to be Dam. And you're right, I'm speechless. I'm just literally watching the action unfold. The drama on stage is heating up.
I mean, Toby, they got dominated in map number 1. It was 7-1. Bot Empire, you thought they were going to show no signs of slowing down. We thought we were going to see a Team Envious versus Enix rematch, which is what we casted yesterday, which, not rematch, sorry, recap. And wow, somehow somewhere, Team Revenge does it. They bring it back 3 straight rounds there to force a game number 3. If you guys are not enjoying this, this is the definition of the best gameplay we've seen in Gears 4 here this event.
This potentially could be the best comeback of the tournament. If Reclaim can do this, what a storyline it would be, John.
Seriously, Revenge Gaming down 1 map to none, lost 7-1. I mean, what a great story. And who was it for you, Toby? Who was the X factor for Team Revenge?
You know, I can't really place it on one person. Honestly, everyone came together as a team there in the end. I think it was more about the strategy of the weapons, right? And the amount of headshots Jerpy got really helped his team in that slaying department, which of course they were losing so significantly on Reclaimed, right? 7-1, I think, was due to the shotgun ability of Bot Empire, but it was a different story altogether on of course, Foundation.
And then down 6-4 on Foundation, they bring it back. And Toby, you're spot on. Jerpy went off with the sniper. And then what a story. Bot blocks the sniper. They put shock grenades there instead. And guess what? The shock grenade is actually what ended up biting them. There's the shock. You're going to see the replay here. The shock grenade is what went down and ended up actually full redding. There's the shock grenade that went off. Huge, huge plays. They placed that so perfectly, just allowed Extinguish to pick up that boom shot. And a well-executed round by Bot Empire. Excels did everything he could. And the craziness is that wasn't it. We had an opportunity to possibly see a reverse sweep there, but the Revenge showed their veteranship by staying alive and slaying another wave.
Yeah, Gwish as well. We have to give props to him picking up that boom shot, John, without being too sure of where the enemies are. Of course, the players don't see the player names through that smoke. So a very heads-up play from that man picking up that boom shot. As the plays did continue, we've got Giraffe and Yoga trying to hold off. They put in the necessary damage. Crash is bouncing around. Props to him for staying alive for so long, of course, John. But Giraffe and Yoga, they regroup. They play it safe. They keep their distance. And of course, the rest of the members, Gwish getting that boom shot kill off screen. Gwish getting the chainsaw. And of course, it all did wrap up in the end for Team Revenge.
Yep, and that was the second wave of slaying we saw right there. Boom shot's going to help. Of course, Extinguish took himself out of the play by going to the E hill. So all it was a difference of a few kills at the F hill, the home hill, that could have made the difference. What a great matchup. However, this isn't it. On the side station, we had a 7-6 win. E United up 1-0 over Enix. It is heating up. Let's kick it off to Rogi, my man, on the side stations.
Heating up is one word for it, John, because it is absolutely lit right now. These guys are so animated and getting into it. As you can see right now, emotions are flaring. People are stressed and they want this win. It is one of the most important in their careers. Like Fallout was saying, E United are up 1-0 the map score and currently leading in rounds as well. And Foundation, we saw on the main stage, it can swing at the drop of a hat. So don't expect this game to be over anytime soon. You can hear the players. They're so hoarse. Their voices are absolutely shot right now. I'm surprised they can even make words at this stage. Over, of course, on the side, Enix, they're trying their best to hold on. They have definitely fuel left in the tank, but right now they need to do one last push because they have so many more games ahead of them. E United is just one of the obstacles they have to get through, but what an obstacle this team is. But I think we got time to send it back to you guys up at the desk, and if we have any developments, we'll make sure to get you guys updated and ready.
Thank you so much, Rogi, and you heard it from the man himself. Wow, what drama, what a story over there in the side station. E United is as grinded. I mean, they stayed here till 2 a.m. in the venue last night, going through so many different opponents. I mean, they beat E6 in a heartbreaker. It is 5-3 up right now. They are now 2 rounds away from continuing the story, and what a story that one has been.
And just to speak to the event a little bit, voice is shot, Rogi said. Yep. Mine as well. Yes. The casters are not free from the intensity and the hype that the event has.
I always lose my voice, not because of casting. I always lose my voice because I'm in the crowd going crazy, man. I love this stuff. I live for this stuff. No standing on tables for me this time. But I will contain myself. I'll contain my excitement. And, Dispenza of E United is definitely known to maybe have lost his voice at 1 or 2 events.
1 or 2 times.
Every single event he ever goes to.
Just once or twice.
Yep, and I think we're actually all locked and loaded. Game number 3 here to kick off Championship Sunday. If you are enjoying the gameplay, tell your friends, tell your mother, tell your father, tell your dog, and even your sister to tune in right now. This has been amazing gameplay so far on Championship Sunday, and it's going to come down to the wire here. Something tells me the hype man Kraz is going to be leading the way. And let's talk about that Dam. Kraz, one of the best anchor players traditionally since the Invitational, didn't do so hot on Reclaimed. I'm going to really look at him to step up on Dam. He is such a good overextender on Dam, very sneaky, always overextends to that away hill.
Glad you brought Anchor up, actually, because we've been talking about it a lot in the previous maps, right, John? But the distance between the home and away hill on this one is a lot further away than Reclaimed on Foundation. So we've got a bit of a shake-up, at least in the maps that we've been treated to so far. And Dam, the one defining characteristic, I always refer to it as we go into it. Dam is probably the most setup-heavy map in the cycle, right? The setting up a B, especially on the first half as we go into it at the pumping station, it's so easy to do for teams, right? And even the top teams, the top pushers, even with shot grenades, weapons, anything, find it extremely difficult to break.
Yep, well said, Toby. And I just got an update from my man Paul. Kraz has been screaming so much, his voice has literally gone as well. So not only does the side station go through it, but
over.
Main stage as well. On board with Gwish. He's going to be pushing on a flank here. Key flank for Extinguish the Slayer of this team. He needs to go big. He's going to miss the one shot. And Speedy is going to 180 him. What a play by Speedy. That was a reaction shot, I believe. But Yogurt's going to shut it down with the double kill. Excels now, who's been going huge all tournament. He's going to get team killed by Crash. Now that's 4 dead, maybe 5 dead for Team Bot Empire.
The response, though, you mentioned it.
Fragout.
The Anchor players, the overextensions. Fragout has done just that. He's prevented that, at least that triple cap opportunity for the COG team.
Yep, well played right there by Fragout. The overextension was huge.
Still on his point of view, though. He's
Look at
to the beats, bouncing around, trying to find his opportune moment to strike.
His movement is an art, honestly. But Speedy, another man.
Another double.
With some decent movement. Yeah, Mr. Double Kill himself. 2 kills right now for the man, the myth, Speedy.
Looking to help his team as well as the players rotate all to the stimulus of B, a very important team fight that Gwish seems to be winning.
Gwish,
Double clean up for the triple. Speedy right in front of him.
Gwish.
He's done it.
I can't believe that triple kill for Gwish. Well called, and now 2 dead. I'm sorry, 2 kills capped. I think that's 3 dead. Oh, Soto's trying to stay sneaky. I'm not sure what he's trying to accomplish there in the corner. No cover, nowhere to live. They're actually just going to keep slaying here, and this is going to be a battle of endurance. Who can get to 210 first in these early rounds?
I see Speedy going for a little bit of rotation, or at least a push on the opposite side of the map. We spoke about it, right? The B push is very difficult. You see commonly teams try and push the opposite side. But right now, he's not working out
Gwish.
for the bot, to the team of Bot Empire and Gwish. You said it, John, going in, preventing that from occurring.
I think Gwish has at least 6 kills right now, or at least. I mean, the triple kill that he got really stepped things up for him. And look at Fragout, though. Great overextension from Fragout. So sneaky. No one had him called out, but he's going to get taken out. But that overextension is going to keep Bot Empire in the game. Look at the score. Despite this really being one-sided, it's only a 10-point difference, 20-point difference.
Yep, 2 right. Here comes the push from Bot Empire, though. Crash is going to be immediately taken out as Gwish and Co unloaded the Lance fire. Triple cap, they need to get involved. Speedy, you need to be fast right now, but you're not going to be able to as you are dead. Soto and Fragout the same, but Excel's still alive, John.
Excel's going to keep things alive, though, but look at the score differential. And I like that. That's what you need to do. You need to at least apply pressure for the 3 cap, break the hill and run, because that denies points. And sometimes you've seen come down to 210, 209. The 10, the 15, the 20 points you can deny can make the difference.
That's right.
Look at the team fire.
Second counts, team fire from all angles. You see the names, they're positioned perfectly for that. Yogurt taking his reward as such.
Speedy.
He's looking for that kill. Speedy for Red for just a second, but he will find the beak break, but no, he's going to try and kill. Of course, he needs to take out Gwish. Look at the shots, though. They're not going to land in his favor. Gwish is going to stay alive. Let's find out how many kills he has, John.
And let's look at the hype, too, man. Gwish is going nuts. And Kraz, man, hype man himself for this team. Knocking over his monitor, being a complete savage on main stage, playing the anchor role. 3 caps, 1 break. Gwish going off as well. We'll take a look at the stats in a bit, but first, we need to see a big decision here. What weapon's going to be placed? It looks like Bot is going to block out a weapon here is the decision.
Yeah, we mentioned
Do you agree with that, Toby? Do you think they need a power weapon to succeed?
You know, historically, Bot Empire has been the better team in the team fights, in the initials. So perhaps not blocking a weapon might be, at least not at the B hill, it might be warranted for revenge, right?
Yeah, and they knew.
So yeah.
Yep. And they knew they were going to do that from the beginning. They're just talking strategy. They knew that their opening did not work so well. So I'm interested to see what we're going to see out of Bot. Let's up on board with Bot. We're on with Speedy, the main slayer for this team. The front spawn, they give him that honor. Let's see what they're going to do. I think we're going to see something interesting here. They talked for a while. I know Excels is known to come up with some crazy, crazy meta. 5 over right now. 1 member of Revenge is going to be going mid. Speedy on the prowl. Look at the smoke screens. That's the strat. Smoke screens middle and let Speedy fly. But he's going to get targeted. He's going to get called out here. Gwish is going to take out Fragout. The story continues. Gwish has been the man that has been going off since last map here. He picks up 2. Can he get another triple kill? I'm not sure why he's not going for the kill. I'm not sure if he knows that someone's in the corner there.
Oh, he is still there, though.
Get down. Let's crash.
Crash will get taken
Re-dead. And I want to see him apply some pressure here. They need to backtrack, though. They need to watch for frag out. Kraz needs to be the man. He needs to just spy frag out. Another football reference. Not that we're playing anything close to football here. We talked about mental timers, and now we talked about spies, right? Middle linebacker usually has a quarterback spy. I need my man Kraz to have a spy on frag out so the overextension does not happen.
Speaking of the devil, on our camera right now, he's putting some good shots, but it's not going to be enough as he gets taken down. Crash regrouping with his teammate. Kraz only a Micho to his name, but look at the reinforcement on both sides. The communication is clear cut from each faction here.
Look at the revives, Yogurt. Good double kill, picks up his team. 2 revives come in for Team Revenge, and now we are starting to see Team Revenge really firing on all 4 cylinders, and it's going to have to be Soto and Excels, the duo over here. The rejects from their former teams, but now they are making them pay for that decision. Can they do it, though? Can they go move on to play against a potential Team Envious?
We'll have to wait and see.
Gwish and Kraz, though, shut it down.
Gwish once again, our kill feed kicking things off, the icebreaker for the COG team, and also the one with the most kills. How can Bot Empire respond, though? It looks like they want to go, as we mentioned, to the opposite side of the map. Revenge have just been too good in the setup. Speedy opening things up with the kill. Another double?
It is.
Should we be surprised, John?
No, Mr. Double Kill. It's
Mr. Double Kill.
A demon, Mr. Double Kill, man. Speedy goes off.
Oh.
Flashiest players in that former Vex Gaming squad who split up into this Bot Gaming squad. Vex Gaming was the other team of that equation. They did not fare so well in this tournament. A top 12 finish, I believe, for them.
Speedy on board with him once again, looking for that angle, but he's quite wide, actually. He's not going to be able to do much, so he has to go for the ZL. He has no choice.
Overextension comes in from Speedy. Look at the point differential, though, Toby. So finally, Bot's going to get something going here. But the points might be too much. They need to get a triple cap.
2v1. This movement is amazing.
Look at this.
This movement is so well timed to avoid enough shots and get the escape too. He's now regrouped with his teammates. The communication is there. The skill is there. The teamwork is there. What a triple cap this potentially could be. Gwish, though.
Where is he?
The man, the myth, the legend at the AL.
Huge overextension. Gwish versus Excels. He took out one already. Can Gwish get the double kill? He needs to hit one more shot, and Excels is going to shut it down. But
Not
you
enough
guys see
time,
enough time.
COG team flying in to 1 second.
Oh.
No, they're not going to reach it in time, John. Another nail bite of a round. 1-all.
I mean, that was all Team Revenge. They were up 170 to 110. That's a 60-point lead. And thanks to Speedy really stepping things up, that got turned around here. And I was going to question Bot's endurance. You know, their ability to withstand adversity, fight adversity. They're a young team. They need, they need a manager. They need a coach that's going to be hands-on. And Jovan for this team has been exactly that all tournament long. Trying to keep them calm. Trying to keep them cool under pressure, a team of young savages.
What is the weapon going to be, though? Is the Hammerburst going to make its first appearance in this matchup?
Does Kraz want it?
Kraz
wants the Hammerburst?
Does Kraz want that? That's the question. I mean, it's Gwish.
He does. Yeah, it's going to be a Hammerburst for Kraz.
Any thoughts on that, John? I mean, the Hammerburst instead of the Markser, it's a change.
Yeah.
Is it maybe something specific with Dam, or does Kraz maybe fancy a change in weapon here?
I think it's nothing specific to Dam. I think it's Kraz. Maybe he feels like he has a good Hammerburst. He hits headshots. It's a very skill weapon now. That's what the Coalition's trying to do with it. If you hit headshots, it still does a ton of damage. People think it was nerfed. Obviously, it was nerfed, but if you hit headshots, it can still be effective. So I think Kraz just fancies that weapon, prefers it, and he's going to pick it up. The other team hasn't picked it up just yet.
Well, I'm glad we're kicking things off with Gwish. Definitely the best shotgunner so far for Revenge, really helping his team in those team fights with Revenge. In all honesty, have been dominating so far, despite Bot Empire's amazing performance in their round of victory, respectively. Gwish already does take coverage of a second, but of course, there is a timer. He wants to get back to B.
Bot is completely changing up. They're actually baiting all of Revenge. The revive chain's going to come in. He needs to hit the mantle kick. He's not going to do it. They need to let him crawl, though. One more down, and he is out. Draft's going to go down. Frag out takes out Yogurt on the flank here. And now a well-placed, a well-organized strategy right there for Bot. I'm loving what I'm seeing, the leadership from Excels. They run an interesting strategy to essentially bait all of Team Revenge into their fishbowl and completely drop a shark in there. Wow, well played.
That was such a strategic round. I have to admit it, that was such a strategic round. You summarized it perfectly. They played passively. It's a complete change in strat. And I mentioned it, Revenge have been performing so well in those team fights in the initials, have to put their round victory and dominance in, or relative dominance at least in that previous round, just before the last, in that area down to that. But, what did Bot Empire do? They address their weaknesses directly. They change it up completely. And that intelligence as a team paid off for them.
Well said, Toby. Next round here, round number 4. Letality's increasing. It's going to be 16-second respawn timers. And boom shot was placed, though. That is key. So this is going to completely change. Excels is going to grab that boom. So, wow, Team Revenge drops it. And Bot capitalizes. Speedy, Mr. Double Kill, picks up another one again. Excels does have a boom. Speedy, make that a triple kill. I'm sorry, Speedy, I'll call you by the right name. Can he get the quad? Over Yogurt, he's gonna live to see another day. Stays alive in that situation. Well played by Speedy here. That's a good start. B-Hill's gonna be capped though.
Boom shot, second and 5 for Excels. He gets that kill. B-Hill was being capped for a second by the COG team.
Interesting decision there.
Yeah.
Value your life right there. I'm not sure, 14-second respawn time or 16-second respawn time is actually, sorry. Kraz gonna take out Speed. I think Kraz is overextending right now. Is he across the map? Not exactly sure. Nope, he's actually his home mill. He's gonna get taken out all up to Gwish. He gets the break here, gets one. Can Gwish get two? Can he stay alive? No, but he gets the revive. No, Yogurt does not get the revive. Excels grabs the double kill, and Bot Empire here is picking things up.
That is gonna be it. That's Swarm domination once again. Bot Empire, they keep doing this. They keep getting the triple caps despite the short respawn timer. And honestly, if I was in the Team Revenge camp, I'd be asking questions now. How are we allowing this?
We need to adapt. Yeah, they tried doing it with the drastic boom shot placement, but almost desperate, Toby, dropping that boom shot because they got dominated the round before. And now a decision to make. If I am a Revenge, I'm dropping a power weapon for Jerpy. Maybe a sniper, maybe an M-bar.
That is, of course, a very unorthodox location for that boom shot down bottom.
It is.
Not near the B-Hill either.
They're deciding, though. The thing about Insins, they dropped Insins on Reclaimed, or on Foundation, sorry. They loved those Insins. So it's either Insins for Gwish or it's going to be a sniper for Jerpy. Looks like they're going to go for the former. Insins now on the map. Toby, does that spread out the map a little bit, or do you think it's still going to be a cluster for that boom shot?
You know, incendiary grenades are kind of, I would admit they're on the opposite end of the spectrum in terms of influence and power, right? Boom shot, so powerful. Incendiary's not quite on the level of frag grenades. And with that being so far away from the boom shot, I don't really expect anyone to utilize incendiaries to aid that battle at the boom shot. So, yeah, I expect that to be more of a bluff, if anything. I don't think they're going to be going for that anytime soon. Let's see how this action unfolds at the boom shot.
Speedy gets one. Kraz is now out of the game. Giraffe takes out Excels, though. He neutralizes. Giraffe gets a double kill. Can he get the triple? Giraffe is going huge right now. 3 kills for Giraffe, and now Team Revenge on the prowl. Boom shot in his hands. 4 dead right now. 4 Bot Empire make that 5. They're going to be respawning, though. They need to cap. Same situation as we saw on Foundation.
When you go all in, you don't gather your home mill. It does take a time going back for that boom shot, and have Jerpy who needs to connect. He does. It's a very good boom shot. Doesn't get the second, but it's not necessary. 3-2 the score.
And honestly, that was nothing tricky. That was just one man only. Giraffe picking up a triple kill, and sometimes it's as simple as that. And that makes Gears Esports so exciting. One person can elevate, can lift up their team to such successes, and really that could be the difference in winning or losing a key round. Like that one. I mean, that could have been a stretch round. That could have been 4-1 up Bot Empire, but finally they're able to win a round, steal a round, and make this a little bit closer than it was previously.
Once again, we are drawn back to the weapon placement screen. How will Excels and Co respond? I mean, how do you respond? Boom shot. I mean, there's no weapon like it. It's a given. Now the Boltox are on our screen, and they are by the B-Hill. I mean, what that speaks to me, at least, unless someone's really good with the Boltox on their side, is nothing's going to change on. Nothing will differ here.
Now, Toby, did that block anything out? Was there something there previously? I think it was empty. It was empty. Okay. So, Dam is a map where there's so many power weapon opportunities that you can't block out in round number 6, like you can in other maps. Here we go. Opening strategy here. Going to be a big fight over by the boom shot. Can Giraffe do it again? My man Waldo's on the same page as me as we want to hop on board with this man, see if he can make magic happen twice in a row, but Speedy is usually one that shuts things down. Kraz is going to take out Excel. That's actually a good trade, but they have to take out the monster Speedy. Giraffe is on the flank. Giraffe does it again. He gets a double. Can he get another triple kill? Giraffe in a 1v. He hits a good shot. How is he still alive? The melee comes in for Giraffe. He's going to miss the second. Takes out his pistol. 1 versus 1. This could not be more intense. Versus Crash, I think, and Crash is going to come out on top. Wow.
But props to you, John. A lot of hype in a short period of time, and it deserved it. All ammo exhausted, and it came down to melees almost in the end. Wow. Wow, what an epic battle to kick off yet again another amazing round. Excels opting to collect that hammer fist. The boom shot has moved, and of course the focus now is placed on that B-Hill.
So Gwish is going to take out that boom shot. The reward, of course, for that fight was a free boom for Crash. So winning a 1v1 against the Titan Giraffe also got him another kill across the map. 2Cap is going to come in here. Look at the score, though. It is Revenge with the lead. And now they need to hold this 2Cap for a bit, but keep in mind, this is the last round here. the weapon, our player respawn timers are at 20 seconds, so if you die, I mean, you're out. You really have to value your life. All you want to do if you are Bot Empire is hold this setup and force them to play your hand. There's no reason to push until you get that another boom shot. Wait for that boom shot to respawn. This is a round of execution again, Toby. It's a slow play, and it's nice to see that old school execution style of play come into effect here on Escalation.
The stimulus of the boom shot at where the nades are in core, and of course the setup heavy nature of Dam is not a good recipe for the team on the back foot. And it is Revenge who are on the back foot who need to try and do this. There is a time limit, of course, not only the boom shot respawning, but also the B and A hill, the double cap in their regard, and their points lead.
Oh no.
What has happened?
A double kill. Crash, Excels and Speedy, the 2 Slayers for the team. That is crucial. I cannot believe it. Crash just did that. He gets a frag tag though, and Soto and Crash, the former teammates of Glory back in the day, are gonna try and keep him alive after a huge mistake from Crash. A double kill with the instance, Toby. What happened?
Double friendly fire kill?
Double friendly fire kill. Wow.
Wow, it must have been a direct impact. I mean,
oh, the boom shot though. Look at that. The coach, that is Jovan right there, making an impact here, timing that boom shot much better than Team Revenge did. So somehow, despite 3 straight kills for Team Revenge, I don't know how they did it. Revenge stayed alive before the boom shot even came into play, and now they're rewarded with the boom shot. Derpy takes out Speedy. Speedy is just dying over and over again. That's it. Easy boom for Soto. Now Crash and Soto continue to roll here.
Frag got picks as well, changing as a result.
Crash gonna get in time, yes he will.
Yes, he will.
Frag takes that Yoga with the instant, so that instant pick was big. Oh no, the triple cap is gonna come in. Bot Empire is gonna get, finally the hill's broken. Krabs on the overextend. He has no idea that Crash is spying him. A well-played spy by Crash, and I gotta give my hat off to this guy. Crash and Soto just saved that round.
Can't disagree with you there, but right now, 3 seconds, JP does break it for a second. The meat shield is Fondlin, it is gone.
How's Excels alive?
Done, and yeah, once again, survivability of Excels, best player at the job.
They gotta get 3 caps. They need to fly. And then, unfortunately, they devoted too many resources to that 2v1. It's so tempting to fight a 2v1 there. You have to sometimes just ignore it. Speedy's gonna be the boss to fight at the B hill. Yogurt's gonna take out Crash, but it's not gonna be enough. They need to get to the A hill. I'm not sure why Jerpy went to that B hill to fight Speedy. That was a huge mistake. Again, Jerpy did the same exact thing on Reclaimed. He got tempted and baited by a 2v1, and now he did not overextend for the triple cap. I mean, it's small. Trust me, it's a small mistake. That's not why they lost the round by any means, but those are the differences, those are the intricacies that can make a huge, huge impact.
Now, halftime, John. That boom shot has been removed. The respawn timer has reset to 10 seconds. Bot Empire, once again with the score lead. I mean, they had the score lead at halftime on Foundation, John, but they ended up losing that one. Let's see if the storyline maintains itself. Who is going to win? That is the question. John, who do you think is going to win? Do you think Revenge can have another round comeback here for this final map?
I saw a little bit of frustration on Revenge's face, and just for that point alone, I think it's going to be Bot. Crash is playing out of his mind here, man. Toby, I can't believe how well he's played. He single-handedly, like I said last round, won the last round for his team. Soto as well, the duo, man, from the glory days in Gears of War 3 is really heating up. Soto picks up the second kill, so it's a 5v3 opportunity now. And look at the Lancer fire from Crash. He's going to save his teammate. Nope, Wish is going to get the kill. So Wish is doing everything he can right now, but is it enough?
Frag out, stretching his legs, looking to apply the pressure out of Dion. Let's look at that setup. But it is a lot easier, John, to break this E hill rather than the B hill at the pumping station. It is Revenge. Once again, trying to break out of this setup itself. One member is down. The COG team have respawned. They're pushing around the left. Speedy on board with him as he's looking for the angle across the way. Giraffe just in the back of them, though. At least looking for that push around the back of Soto, but he has got his number. He knows what's going on. This is a 1v. Giraffe, you need to take this, my friend. It's a good push. He gets out, takes out Soto. Look for the back A, but no frag out. Great movement as he gets the kill off on Giraffe.
Yep, that could have been a huge back A right there. Instead, Jerpy's gonna pick up a kill on the other side of the map. Excels takes out Yogurt. Now, frag out in a 1v2. He gets taken out by Gwish. I think they're trading kills. I think it's a 2v2 now when the dust settles, but it's gonna be Excels with the home hill capture after a nice overextension by Kraz. Actually, that's the away hill, sorry. So a good overextension by Excels. It's gonna give him some time now. 30-point lead for Bot Empire. Giraffe takes out Excels though, as you saw on your screen. Gwish, a couple good shots. He's gonna get it down here. He has to be careful, it's no man's land. There's the Lancer fire. He takes him out, barely survives. Well played by Gwish right there. Good movement, and he's going to be back in safety with his teammate Kraz.
Palms a hand, though. Very good revive it was. The communications is amazing from this COG team in the last 30 seconds. Speedy, he is forward. The angles now against him this time around as Giraffe is angling all the way from the pumping station as well. Here comes Kraz, trading of kills there. And it's a crucial 1v1. Speedy versus Gwish. Two of the best shotgunners, in my opinion, on the game right now. from how they've been performing this event. Speedy got some good shots. The reinforcements are here for the Cog team, but he doesn't care. He gets that double, well, that one kill as the second teammate, excuse me, for the form of Soto regroups there.
I'm kind of bummed there, man. That was like Goliath versus Goliath, honestly. Gwish versus Speedy. Jerpy, in my opinion, is not playing up to his potential right now. You know, Gwish is obviously doing his thing, but I'm looking at Jerpy to be the one that has to step up these last couple rounds if he wants to keep his team alive. That's
right. Jerpy was my favorite shotgunner from the Invitational, actually, for Team Revenge.
Oh, phenomenal player.
No doubt. Now then, overhead. We've got to bring it up once again for you folks at home as a setup. It's once again employed by Bot Empire. And you don't blame them, you can't blame them, excuse me, can you, John?
Yeah, 4-2. This could be a swing round here if they can continue to keep the pressure. It looks like they're going to be able to. So again, a 3-cap needs to come in. I don't think it's going to happen. Excels takes out Gwish, 2 dead right now. Unless Ryoga could do something crazy, not going to happen. And there you go. Bot Empire now goes up 5-2, 2 rounds away. I think that might be the swing round. I think that might be the momentum that Bot needed. You know, Toby, I told you, Bot Empire is just so on fire right now. It's going to be tough for Revenge to come back and win it.
Yeah, when we referred to momentum before this game even started as perhaps being the final factor as who wins. And honestly, Bot Empire needing 2 rounds, Revenge needing 5 on what is a very volatile map of Dam, with the boom shot placed down as well, John. Right in the center by that middle hill. This is exactly what you need if you want to up the ante. I'm sure there's going to be even more shotgun battles to treat our eyes, folks. Let us know in the Twitch chat who is going to win. Who do you think is going to win? Who do you want to win? Bot Empire or Revenge? Let us know in this final map of this best of 3 in the match kicking off Championship Sunday.
Jerpy's going to take out Soto. He heard my call out. He's still alive here. Let's see if he can do it. Giraffe takes out one. Giraffe has been the MVP for Revenge, but it's not enough. He's going to get taken out immediately after by Crash, who is going huge right now. Yogurt, the veteran, takes out one. Gwish. That was like, tag, you're it, man.
Wow.
Yogurt, and again, they're literally just trading blows here, and this might be the round that Revenge needs to change momentum.
And of course, both teams went all in because of that boom shot being placed down. No one capped their home hill, and it is now down to this Swarm member shooting off Yogurt. Yogurt respectfully gets back, excuse me.
I like that decision there. They put some pressure on the D hill. They faked it, and they backed out, reset, held the double cap. They have a boom shot now in their hands, so it's a good round so far. But Crash is going to take out Giraffe. Was he the one that had the boom shot? No, it was Jerpy.
He's used it well. 1 rocket equals 1 kill. He's not actually gone for the kill. He just ran past. He received the comms elsewhere. Good discipline, but he needs to get there in time. He hasn't. Maybe he should have used the boom shot there, John. Oh my.
Oh, he shot the meat shield. Are you kidding me, Jerpy? That could be crazy. He's gonna get the kill here, but he's been they've been using so many resources at that home hill. That's exactly what Bot needed to get the double cap, and now all they have to do is hold a double cap. Boom shot is gonna be respawning here, Toby, as well. So Jerpy shot the meat shield instead of the ground next to Crash's feet, and Crash continues to make a huge impact right now. This kid is going off.
So many crucial decisions there. Wow. Revolving around that boom shot. He might be punished for that later. Gwish, he comes flying in, he gets 1 kill, but it's not enough. His frag out gets Revenge there, and Speedy's going to get the kill on Yogurt. You said it, the boom shot will be up soon, but there is also the pressure being applied to the F-Hill. Will Bot Empire elect to sit back? Yes, they will. You see all of them pull back at the very exact same time. I'm sure the in-game leader for that team called that one out for the boom shot.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Smart play right there. I'm not sure if that was Javon, their coach, or who that was. But a smart play to back out for the boom shot that will be up in just a few seconds here. Just momentarily, that boom will be spawning middle of the map here. Expect both teams to collapse for that. Doesn't look like Revenge is playing for that boom, though. They're playing more for the wide side, the pillar side of the map. Finally, they're going to rotate, but oh, guess who's there? I think it's Excels. He's going to hit a couple good shots here. Gwish tosses a smoke. That's a huge smoke grenade. He's going to stun both of them, and that's going to be a big play by Gwish to keep his teammate alive.
Still on board with his camera. You see Jerpy to the left of your screen looking for the flank. Speedy does not have a clue that's about to occur. As Gwish already unloading the shotgun and pellets, and the boom shot is up. I think that potentially could have been a perfect timing for Revenge. That is why they went wide, John.
That's a great turn of events right there. Graz is going to put some pressure with the boom. That's a smart play. You want to use that, but why don't you can just shoot it next to him. He doesn't know that he's there. I don't know if he knows or not. That's an easy kill. That is an easy kill on Excels. All you do is land the boom right next to him. He is trapped in a box. Wow, interesting. But they have boom. All they need to do is hold a double cap here. You can launch that boom now. You can pick up a double kill with that boom shot in the hill as well.
Extra safe gameplay from Kraz.
He wastes the boom on Speedy, who's full red there. And there you go. Crash and Excels are going to pick up a kill there. Jerpy takes out Excels. Kraz gets another one. 3v2 situation. The flank comes in from Soto. Kraz is going to turn on him. And you hear the crowd getting into this one now, as that is going to be enough. No, the overextension comes in. The double cap comes in, but no, it's going to be a good overextension from Revenge that's going to secure them this round. Should.
It should. It should. Bot Empire pushing. Excel's looking for the kill. He's going to get put down immediately. Giraffe, Gwish, and JP contributing to that final scenario going their favor. They've got a third round. They've got 1 round, John, in the second half. Can they get more?
Yep, and you see Kraz on your screen saying 1 round at a time. Same situation, different map. We saw this happen on Foundation, except it wasn't this drastic. 3 straight rounds then. They need, Toby, 5 straight rounds to bring this back. It's going to be a tough one, but can they do it? Team Revenge, their backs against the wall right now. Boltok is going to be placed by Excels. I've noticed a trend here. Bot Empire does not like power weapons. Team Revenge does.
You're not wrong, John. You are not wrong. And with that Boltok placed, very similar location actually as before. And the 14 second respawn increasing. I mean, look at it. The boom shot's the opposite side of the map. I'm going to go out on a limb and say no one is going to pick that up this round.
The Boltok
potentially not occur.
The Boltok you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just a filler. That was to block instants being placed or something being placed there. Oh no, Giraffe's gonna go down early. He gets it down though. He's not gonna get the kill. Excels picks up 1, and this could be costly for Revenge. But Kraz, my man's trying to say something about it. He gets taken out as well, though. That's 4 dead right now, and it's all on the hands of the last remaining member. That is Derpy, but the boom shot's gonna take him out. They did not cap their home hill. And here we go. They're going to fly. All they need to do is defend. Giraffe perhaps needs to just stay alive. He has time. He does not need to die right there. He had a few seconds to wait for his teammates, and that is going to be it. Bot Empires, oh no, this is only round 5. Bot Empire is going to go and make it match point.
Crowd erupting. Soto trying to keep them riled up, but also confident, comfortable, and focused. Most importantly, on the final goal. It is 1 more round, John, as they could be wrapping this matchup.
And you know, Toby, we started this match with maybe 3 people in the crowd, actually 6 people, whoever said 6 people in the crowd. I turned around and now the crowd is massive. Ladies and gentlemen at MLG Columbus, if you are enjoying this gameplay, let me hear it. I see Trauma out there. I see Sandra out there. The Gears community is back. We are back. MLG Columbus, and the gameplay has not disappointed. I'm going to ask you guys, if you want Bot Empire to lock this one up, let me hear it for Bot Empire. On the flip side, any Team Revenge fans out there? Like 7 people. All right, 7 people want Team Revenge to win. The rest are going for Bot Empire. And here we go. This is it. Match point here. Can Revenge do it again? They need 4 straight rounds. They did 3 straight last map. It's going to be tough here. Boom shot on the map. Frag grenades on the map.
Yep, Nade's very close to that boom shot as well, so it might be enough to influence and might be close enough to influence that boom shot battle, but right now it is a trading of shotgun kills. No one has picked up either. Look at this pressure though. Giraffe forced to go into a tunnel of shotgun kills, and it is going to be Bot Empire with the kill lead, and they have the boom shot. This could be it, John.
I think that is it, Toby. 5 dead right now. Gwish is going to respawn here. The D hill is going to start to be capped. The F hill was capped first, and ladies and gentlemen, Bot Empire is going to take it. Yes, they do. Bot Empire is moving on to the losers bracket semifinals. Wow.
Look how much it means to them. We talked about maturity, professionalism, quite quietness as well in the pre-match interview, but look how that has changed now at the final sound of the drum.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I was just talking about how Excels was so respectful in the pre-game interview, but the trash talk, I'm not sure if it got personal. The trash talk was certainly heated, and by the end of the match, that flipped upside down, but still, respect will be